Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's afternoon here in the United States where I am currently broadcasting. Just making sure I am, in fact, broadcasting. I am. That was me in the background there. So, yeah, we are looking here at The Sims 4. This is a build, another build for Tomarang. I've got some builds that are completed in Tomarang or nearly completed that I do need to finish and upload to the gallery as we move along. But today I thought, oh, hey, I'm going to go into game a little bit. I'm going to just play with some terrain tools a little bit, kind of build some up and down sort of platforms and stuff. And then before I knew it, it felt like, I'm kind of already designing another resort here. Let's just stop and let's kind of fire up. Let's fire up a live stream and go on and kind of record as we finish this off. This is a really small lot. And I say finish off. Will we get it completely done? We might. We might, because it's a really small lot. This is a 20 by 30 lot. All of the lots in Tomarang are super small. It does have a gorgeous view, though, off this one side, right? It does have a really gorgeous view. And it's got a really nice, kind of plaza area here. Very pretty. And it is right down the road from, well, normally it's right down the road from the bar. Right now it's right down the road from my haunted house in Tomarang, which was the last thing I was live streaming. It was for the Maxis build challenge on their Discord channel for The Sims 4. So, okay, let's take a look here. This is the building as I've got it so far, and I've gotten kind of far along. It didn't take that long to get to this point, but it's kind of far along, and I kind of got to the point where I'm kind of mapping out rooms, right? So I'm thinking bedroom, bathroom, common room, sort of an open air lobby type of setup here. We'll probably frame this in. And then I'm kind of looking around. I'm thinking, well, okay, let's take a look here. I don't think that these stairs will work as I've got them lined out here. I don't think so. So my thought is maybe I go ahead and move this all the way back here. And then I'll have some room here to put some balconies on the outside of the apartments. Again, overlooking that really great view towards the waterway and towards the hills. And if we do that, let's go ahead and grab this tile here and just kind of flatten out. It says terrain. Let me take this off. We're going to go ahead and flatten out this land here and create a sort of entrance for the hotel. Again, this is going to operate as a lobby. Now, you can also enter from this side over here or exit from this side over here. And hopefully I'm going to end up with enough room to kind of create the idea of some pool cabanas over here along this stretch. Maybe, I don't know what, along this stretch. And then, some area to kind of lay out and hang out over here. I might try putting a small kids area, over here in this kind of open space. Again, when we're talking about a 20 by 30 space, it's really small. It's really small to build any sort of apartment building or any sort of resort. Now, I've done smaller already for Tomarang. I did a 20 by 15 size apartment tower. So this is pretty comparable to that size-wise. We're going to go ahead and take off. My thought is to take that off. What do we end up with if we do that? Something kind of like that. That's probably okay. We're going to work on this terrain a little bit more over time, but for now, I think that is probably going to be just fine. Now, the lobby and the apartment. So my thought is, of course, we're going to have this great view, over here, right? Really pretty view. So instead of having the kids' bedroom and the bathroom facing the view, we're going to want to have the master bedroom and the common space facing that view. The master bedroom probably needs to be a little bit bigger as well. So my thought is, let's go ahead and bring this in. We're going to have a maybe like it's going to be just a small master bedroom. Granted, we're going to have just kind of a 4x4 space there. Basically just big enough for a bed, not much else. Maybe I could fit in a small wardrobe into it. But again, this is meant to be a hotel. The only reason why it's going to have some of the features we're going to have here, which I'm going to put in a kitchen, and a full bathroom and stuff. The only reason why it's going to have things like a kitchen is because even if we're operating this as a hotel, each of these rooms, each of these units, is going to cost us $50 a week in taxes. So we've got to have enough amenities to justify the game allowing us to charge more than $50 a week so that we can at least break even with our resort. The other thing is the kids' room. I think I'm going to bring it out just a little bit. So we can put in 2 twin beds here and then away into the room and maybe a toy box or something like that. Okay, so that's what we end up with. We've got our common space, we've got our master bedroom, and we got our view out to the sort of nice area, right? The sort of nice view. And we can do a balcony along here. I guess we could do a fairly good size balcony, really. Let's see here. We could bring it out like that and like this. Yeah, not that far, but we can bring it out like this and this and this. So we're going to end up with a fairly good size balcony. We will do the same foundation as we have with the rest of this build. And then we can put the same balconies up along this whole side. I don't want it to look too blockish, and I'm a little worried about it looking too blockish, but we don't, again, let me reiterate this, we don't have a lot of room to work. So while I do want it to have some architectural interests, look like more than just someone dropped a stack of Lego blocks on the ground, right? And just a stack of those blocks. We don't have a lot of room to do that. Now, one thing I do think, while I'm speaking here, while I'm looking at this, is we could take this sort of setup here. Whoops, come on. I guess I could go down. I'm always not wanting to, go back down. I want it to work without me doing that, but it's probably easier to go down and then back up. So I'm going to do this here. And then what I want to do is grab this sort of pony wall, draw across here, and then we'll just take out that, like so, right? And so we'll have kind of that open space there. And let's see here, we want to have a sort of closed area on the lobby for when you're checking in. This is the tropics. We really don't need to worry about temperature control, but we do need to worry about rain, right? We need to worry about rain at least a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some sort of, let's see here, some sort of roof over this, which I guess I only have, I really don't want it to intersect here. I want it to be like, I guess only 2 wide. Let's use this one. We'll go here, we'll pull it out. And this area here will be kind of our check-in area. I don't know if I'm going to leave this raised. I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and lower it down and have it completely flat. And then this area around it, I do not want to have sealed in at all. So my thought is to use slate, right? Like the slate, these things, and just kind of That's odd. Which one of these is small? Is this the small? This must be the small. Just kind of frame it in, right? So we'll go here, and it's going to keep it real breezy, real open. I kind of offset that one by mistake in the middle, but I think I like it now that I did it. So this here, is kind of a mistake. I was originally going to put it against the edge, but I think set in just a little bit like that is actually better. So let's go with that, at least as far as like, something to look at. It kind of looks better. We'll go through here. And then that's going to kind of give us our lobby. We're not going to build a whole lot of lobby. Like, we're not going to put too much of a check-in desk. This is a sort of place, very casual. It's going to be very casual, you guys. It's our excuse, right? We're going to say that it's very casual, so we're not going to fill all this in with check-in desk. What we're going to do here is we'll put some furniture here, and maybe when you're ready to check in, they just come up to you with like an iPad or something like that. They do a very casual, laid-back check-in while you're just hanging out there, kind of waiting for your room to be ready, and then you can kind of go up. Now, on flooring, my thought, of course, is to use wood. We do have these great tropical standbys from the Solani pack, and I think we'll go ahead and use those. On one hand, my thought was to maybe try to make this a base game and for rent only build. But on the other, because I do have a few of those for this pack. On the other hand, I don't know how limited I want to be, and I think let's wait and see. What I might do is at the end, look and see kind of, let me get my chair situated, kind of what did I use from the other packs. And if it's not very much, then I might go in and swap it out, right? So we've got kind of our lobby here. We're going to put in some seating areas. I'm thinking something pretty basic. Let's see here. Now, we can always use Dream Home Decorator sectional furniture, or we could go with, I was thinking of the patio stuff furniture, that sort of rattan looking furniture. That's one thing where I'm going to get stuck not being able to use probably just base game and the for rent pack. The for rent furniture is very cool for a very particular look, and it's not the look I'm going for here. So I'm not sure that it's really there's going to be much for me to use. And base game, it's so easy to forget how few things there are in base game until you really go to use it. Now, I have to admit, I fall back on Dream Home Decorator on this sectional stuff all the time. Almost too much. And I'm going to fall back on it once again here. Because I do like it. I think it's got a really great modern feel, right? It's got a really great contemporary feel. And it seems to me to be so easy to integrate into just almost any decor, right? Almost any decor I feel like it works with. We're going to do sofa size. I guess we'll do sofa size. I was thinking of just doing a love seat there, but let's go ahead and do sofa sized. And let's put in kind of a bench in the middle, like so. Whoops. And we'll grab a couple of chairs. Now, we can either use this in its chair form. It does come in a convenient chair form, right? Super nice. We could do that. We could put it over here maybe, where there's a little bit of room there, like that. And then, again, like I said, when you come to check in, maybe you and your family, you're going to sit here on the sofa, and the guy checking in is going to sit here in the chair and be like, okay, so you are the Sterling family, correct? That's correct. And you're here in Tomarang for how long? For the rest of our lives. We're moving here forever. We're moving here forever. We want to live in paradise forever. End of discussion. There we go. So we've got kind of a little lobby set up here. Now let's take a look at our house, right? Okay, now the big thing here, again, where I'm probably going to get into using a lot of different packs is because with the windows, I love the windows from the new pack. Again, I really do. I don't want anyone to get that impression. But they're such a specific look, and they're not very modern. They're not a modern look. And that's really what I am looking for is a very modern take on it. So my first thought is to just do... My thought while I'm scrolling through that stuff is to do something like this, right? Where we just have a really large... Is that the biggest we've got? I think it is the biggest we've got. We have a really large sliding glass door, right? That will let in a lot of light and provide access to the outside. And it's modern, right? So since it's modern, it fits with kind of the build as I'm looking to build it, as I want to do. Let's see here. I guess we'll stick with that, maybe. Is that a little bit lighter? That's a little bit lighter. Let's stick with that. Now, since we've got this big doorway right here, obviously we'll have to put the bed against this wall. Well, no, we could put the bed against this wall. Then we could maybe have access to the bathroom from the master bedroom. In fact, that's what we're going to do. Because I do like to do an ensuite, even when it's not a true... I mean, even when it's not a private ensuite. Let's put it that way. Because it is an ensuite. It'll have access from the master bedroom, but it also has access from the hallway, since this is a small build. So I do like to have that sort of ensuite feel for when you're in a hotel. So if we put this here, and we put this here, and then we do, like a toilet sink toilet, something, and then a tub, then we've kind of covered our bases for both kids and adults. Now on this side, I don't think I have any room on this side for a balcony. One thing I could do would be to take out part of the structure, take out part of this building over here, right? So we go through and we just carve out a chunk like that so that we have some overview, some overlook into the pool area. I don't want to lose too much of our common space, for our hotel. But at the same time, this is it's a little bit like a Barbie house or a Lego build where we're going to have the idea. We know what this is. We know but maybe the spaces are a little bit smaller than we might expect in real life, right? Maybe. My other thought here is maybe to do that. Now, on one hand, it's kind of weird to have access off of the lobby into this particular outdoor space for this unit. But the other thought is that maybe once I get up here, I'm going to, well, no, maybe I wouldn't like that. Because I do have that stairwell. So, okay, let's not do that. That was a short-lived thought, right? Let's just frame out our balconies here for these levels. And I guess, you know what? Well, yeah, no, to say, I'm going to run into a little bit of a problem here, but maybe not. Here's the thing, because now that I'm starting to get this built, originally my thought was they're going to come up the stairs and go through the front door. Front door be right here. But if we do that, then they're going to come through the door onto kind of their veranda, right? Kind of their front porch. And then they would enter into the common space. Or I could have them enter back here. That's something I'm going to have to decide as we go along. I'm really not real sure there. I mean, on one hand, I kind of like this idea that maybe, yeah, you're going to come off of the stairs. And you've got this little access to this kind of porch here. And then that allows us yet another kind of cutout there as part of the look, right? Part of the look we're going for. We're going to take that off too. Take that one off. I might change my mind on that. I might put those braces back in place running up the side of the building. We shall see. But for now, I'm going to take them off. For now, we're not going to do that. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a cutout there on that building kind of coming together. So we have something that doesn't look as much like a block, right? Doesn't look as much like we just took 4 square Legos and stacked them on top of each other. We might do a little bit more. We're going to see what we have to work with here because I definitely feel like we might be able to do some more here. Maybe, right? Like maybe we could pull this out a little bit, capture some space over here. Okay, let's go back down here and work on our apartment. We're going to go ahead and put the kitchen here. And then no matter what, whether they enter through here or both, it still works. So we're going to do that. And we're also going to grab a really big sliding glass door again to provide windows on this opposite side of this particular unit. Let's go down here. Something like that, right? So we've got a really great view outside. We're going to come here. We're going to build our kitchen. Okay, so my thought is, oh, hey Emma Vane. Hi, how are you? I hope you didn't post that too long ago. I do try to glance over every so often and check out chat. And I was going to look up just today. I keep meaning to do this. Look up what app I need or whatever so the chat will flow across my screen, right, as I'm playing, so that I can follow it. And I forgot. Went ahead and started streaming instead. Only a minute or so. Good. So not too long, not too bad. We are, of course, building here our beautiful Tomarang residence. This is kind of a resort build. This is not, I mean, you could use it as an apartment. You could use it as an apartment tower. I'm designing it more as the idea of a vacation condo, right? That is kind of what I'm coming at it as. And to that end, we're going to build a small kitchen. I went back and forth for a little bit about whether or not I was going to try to do this as a base game build for rent, base game and for rent, right? Because we're building this in Tomarang. And I think I've pretty much sworn off on that now. I think I'm going to go ahead and do all the packs, right? All the packs. We're going to put this here. Grab that for there. And part of it, too, is, I want to be able to use, or why I want to do that, I want to be able to use a cooktop, not an actual full-size stove. I've gone over this before, in Thailand, they typically use cooktops like this. They do not use a stove oven combination as we do a lot in the West, at least here in the United States. They do that sort of a cooktop and then maybe a countertop oven or a microwave toaster oven, something like that. So a lot of my builds, I have not been able to follow that convention because I was doing base game only in the new pack. And I really wish, I know people kind of get mad about stuff like this sometimes, but I really wish they had taken this particular stovetop and reskinned it for Tomarang. I don't know how much resources that would have taken, I don't know, stuff like that. But I do wish they had done that because I feel like it would have just been more in keeping with realism, with the way the area really is. Actually, rather have it like that. One thing I like whether it's a real build or a build in The Sims, I like for the wood to face the length, like the longest length, right? So that the flow of that wood, the flow of the grain, the flow of the different planks really draws your eye, and then it makes the space seem longer because your eye is looking down and seeing, this long linear lines on the floor. So that's what I typically do in The Sims 2, although just for reference sake, just so you know, The Sims don't care. The Sims don't care. You can pretty much go ahead and put that wood anytime, any way you want. They'll be fine with it. But that's the way I like it in real life. So I tend to do it that way. In The Sims, we're going to give them a little garbage can there. Got a small sort of hotel-style kitchen, right? Cooktop, sink, little place to prepare some food, and our refrigerator. I'm going to go ahead and throw an Instapot in here just because. Not because I typically would expect to find that in a hotel, because I wouldn't, but just because I think they're kind of cool, and I totally dig that they come in all these different colors, all these new colors for the new pack. Let's give it a nice blue, I think. And I'm going to make that pony wall a little bit higher here. I chose a 4, but I think we probably should go with 5, like so. Okay, let's see here. Now the walls are pretty plain in here so far. Again, I'm thinking on what came with the pack from For Rent, and again, even though I do like what came with the pack, it's very specific. It's a very specific look. So I don't know if I'm going to put it to use in here or not, but maybe we could to at least a limited extent. Let me go ahead and filter these items by For Rent. I know there's only like 5 new wall coverings, and 3 of them are wood, right? And the other 2 are kind of the same too. But my thought is maybe we could use this, maybe in blue to match our blue Instapot. So we could use something like this maybe on this pony wall. I'm going to put some lights in real quick so we can really get a true look at it. Yeah, I've done both so far as well. So I've done the everything builds that have literally, I think, every single pack and kit in them. And then I've done the base game only. I've done a couple of base game onlys that are up on the gallery. I've got another one done that I'm going to put up this weekend. In fact, I just kind of started playtesting it today, make sure it actually works. And it does. It does work so far, so I haven't had to change anything. Let's go and filter this again and see here. So we could do something like this as just kind of an accent here on this particular part of the wall, maybe. I'm not entirely in love with the idea, but maybe. Throw a new topper on there. So maybe something like that, just to give it a little bit of color there, a little bit of definition. It's not much definition. It's not much color, but it is a little something, so maybe okay. Let's go ahead and look at doorways. Again, I'm pretty certain I'm not going to find a doorway here with For Rent, but I want to look real quick just to kind of be sure. Yeah, I don't think any of these are really modern enough in any of their kind of forms. I have used them and they look really cool. Again, in fact, I just used it in a build I called The Haunting of Tomarang, based on The Haunting of Venice, kind of loosely, where it was a very distressed old, kind of place. The backstory being that the person that lives there and owns it now, his aunt He had an aunt he'd never met who died and left it to him, and voila, now he owns property in Thailand, and it's haunted, and it's crazy, it's a mess. Do 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 do. You know, it's I'm not sure of it either. I mean, it may be within the culture itself that typically it is an outdoor type of wall stuff. That doesn't bother me too much. I also took stuff which was considered siding, like exterior siding from the San Sequoia pack, and I used it as well. In fact, that's not a bad idea. I used it and I called it the San Sequoia pack. Growing together, I used some of the outdoors, like this stuff. I used this a lot inside, and I thought it had a really kind of nice, warm tone to it. Like when you do that, it looks very pretty inside. I feel like it kind of gave some nice texture to the walls and added a real modern sort of feel to it. We could do that there instead of that, right? Instead of the stuff that came with Tomarang. We also could do this stone. Pretty common to put stone on the inside of a house, so maybe. Let's see here. Ooh, that's a lot. I'm not going to use that, but I might use this. This is, like I said, I used it a lot when I was building stuff for San Sequoia. Maybe I could just outline kind of the kitchen with it, kind of warm up that area, give this part of the condominium, this part of the condo, a sort of a definition from the rest of it. Yeah, let's do that for now. Plus, you know what works really good with this tone is the lighter. I usually use this white, just white trim or topper as I call it. And it does work better, with this particular modern sort of look. Spade does have some nice paneling. And I might do, since I'm using everything anyway, I might do like different stuff on each level. I've got 4 separate units. On one hand, I'm kind of thinking, well, I'll just do them all the same because it'll be a whole lot easier. It'll be so much easier on me. But then I also think, well, it might be kind of fun to go through and do them in slightly different styles, or maybe in kind of the idea that maybe the owners, did it the way they want once they bought this stuff. Let's look at our tile options. I've always had a real tough time with tile, but I'll tell you the new tile also from Growing Together, I use a lot, and I do really like it. I think we might go ahead and do it in this part of the condo and here in the bathroom. Plus, the great thing is that if we put it here in the kitchen, this leads out. This is probably the way you're mostly going to go to and from the pool. So again, in real life, this is kind of like a wet area. You can kind of come in from the pool into here and then directly into the bathroom, and it kind of, it acts as a wet area for us. Let's grab some lighting for each of these different areas before we get to work here. That's probably not the lighting I'm going to leave in any of those areas, but for now it will do. So here in this room, we're going to have a fairly tight living space. Again, we're going for a hotel apartment, like a Residence Inn or just a vacation condo, a timeshare condo type of feel. So my thought is maybe just a love seat, a couple of chairs, TV. Eventually I'm going to have to bring some Sims in to test this place too and make sure that door works. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That might work too. Do them the same. And then actually, a lot of times when I do move families in to play test, because I'm going to do each of these as a rental, I do kind of change it a little bit based on the family. And that's what I've done coming up with that one that is base game only and for rent. In the other part of Tomarang, downtown, like one of them is completely a family unit and has been designed for a family because there's a family living there that I was playtesting it. So of course I need to bring in like a toddler bed, toddler potty, some toys, some stuff for the kids, stuff that's separate from mom and dad, so on and so forth. One thing I would love to maybe do is, I don't know, let me see here. Now, this would work in real life. I don't know that this is going to work in The Sims, and I'm probably going to have to play test sooner than later, right? I do think I've done something like this before, though, and it has worked, because what I want to do is do this. Maybe grab this wall. Move it over. Not there, though. So maybe not like that. But what I'm going to do is put... I'm going to put, of course, a bar here as you walk in the door. Whoops. You grab the right color there, like this, right? So I want to have a bar in here. But I guess that would work. Let me see here. I may have this. Can I put it there? Yeah, I can put it there. Did it not move? Maybe I can't put it there. I can, can't I? Can I put it there? Okay, let me move this here. That's weird. Let me take a look here. Oh, okay, I get it. I see what I'm doing wrong. Okay, first of all, let's move this. That'll help me out. Let's move that. Let's move this, okay? And then we'll go ahead, and then we can move our wall. I should turn the grid on to begin with. We'll put this here. Now, I guess I could also do this. The thing is, I want to take away some of the room for the kitchen, but I am a little bit nervous. I don't want to lose access with that door. So for now, let's go ahead and do that. Let's do this. And then my thought was to halfway intersect the bar into the kitchen, but I don't know. I don't think it'll work with the sink and the stove. Now, I think it has worked with the sink and stove before. I don't know. So I don't know. That's okay. So that's my thought. Okay. Like that's my real life thought. Like this is how we would do it in real life. If we were designing something, with a pretty small footprint for a timeshare sort of condominium. So let me take this out here and here, like so. Does that make it better? It makes it a little bit better, I think. And if I take this here and I take this, take this here, maybe we can do it like that. So we capture a little bit of room there, and the stutter is not too bad. The move objects on stutter is not too bad. So I'm going to call that good for the moment. Now, ask me again after I play test it, because I do not know that any of that will work. I don't know that any of that will work, but I think it will work. I think it'll work, because I do kind of feel like maybe I've done that before, where I have, and then you can come in and out this door, without it taking up that whole square. So let's see. We're going to see if that works here in a little bit. Oh, your PC crashed. Oh no. The other day I forgot, as time has gone on in my life, I've forgotten how often games used to crash. And then, I mean, people can say what they want about The Sims 4. I know it's not perfect. We all know it's not perfect, right? We know that. Of course we do. But it doesn't crash anywhere with the regularity that The Sims 3 used to crash. Because The Sims 3 used to crash pretty regular. I mean, I almost would set an alarm to remind myself to, and I had a good computer, and it played really well. It still does. I still play it. It played really well, and it would, I didn't have a whole lot of lag, but yeah, it would crash. And I was playing SimCity 4 again recently because it's like the 20th anniversary of that game, and that's one of my big old time favorites. And I was playing that, and sure enough, I got this great city going, everything's running, and I haven't saved in like 2 hours or something, right? Maybe even longer. What happens? All of a sudden, I go to draw a road, just crashes, falls to the desktop, lost everything I did, and I thought, oh my God. I forgot. That was another game, like about every, 10 minutes, I would stop and save so that I wouldn't lose my progress. And I'm going to be honest. I mean, I've been on here with The Sims 4 before, literally all damn day, and it doesn't crash, right? It doesn't crash. So I don't think there's any arguing with that from that standpoint. The Sims 4 is a really excellent game. I can't recall it ever. I say that, and I'm going to sit here playing, and probably this ain't going to crash on me. But so far, so good. And I do think, yeah, it's really stable. It just doesn't seem to have those issues. Let me grab something here. Maybe that. That's a little bit bigger than I would ideally like, but I do kind of like the idea of having a little bit of storage here under the TV. Maybe you're going to put some games there, a little blanket in case it gets cool at night in the tropics. It can get cool in the tropics. It can get a little cool. So let's put that down there. And then for seating, I have a love seat. I could really use some chairs. Oh, no kidding. And it functions? Oh, okay. Oh man. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. So the idea is we can take, I've not tried this. Let me see here. That's something totally new. I have not tried that before and not heard of it. Let me grab, I guess, does it matter what shelf? I guess anything, right? So we could take this here, kind of line it up like that. Is that kind of the idea? And then kind of shrink those down, right? Now with tool mod, I could really shrink them down. And then kind of maybe go ahead. I guess we could push it up. Can we push it up like that? Will it work? That's kind of, see, I love that. Now, I do love that. I've never tried this before, never heard of it before, but I totally love it. I totally dig it. And then we could even scoot that over a little bit further, right? That's going to grab us a little bit more room here for some chairs. So, yeah, I really do like that. I'll test it, of course, like I test everything. But even if it kind of works, it's fine with me, right? Even if it kind of works, it's fine with me. Because that's definitely kind of more the sort of look I'm going for. Just a simple sort of place to eat, right? Pretty simple. And like I said, with tool mod, we can shrink that down quite a bit more. There. I hope I didn't lose that. I hope I want to make sure that I've got this set right. Let's, if we do that and we do That's slotted, right? So they're slotted together. We bring it in like that. Shrink it down. Aha. There we go. See, I think that's more what I need to do. There we go. There. Okay, so I think that'll work perfect. We're going to try that out here in a little bit. And we can even go ahead. Either we can, that kind of looks like a footrest, that countertop there, or we could maybe change it to a surface that blends a little bit more even. Do we have very many surfaces like that? I don't know. Let's take a look here. I'm going to leave it like that for now and just pretend it's someplace to rest your feet. So we'll put that there, and then we're going to throw in a couple of chairs here, or at least a chair here. I could put in a full-size sofa now on that wall instead of just the love seat. So let's go ahead and we'll grab a full-size sofa. I have never heard of that trick before. I love that. That is a big winner for today it's one that I've just never really tried it. I've done a lot of different things, pushing stuff together. I've never tried that out, but I love it so far. Will it work? I hope so, because I really could use it. Put this here, put this here. So then we have a full sofa, and then let's grab a couple of smaller chairs. I guess we could use these. These look kind of like vacation chairs, sort of chairs you might see in a condo. I don't know about the color on it, but maybe. And it does have a real diminutive form, so that's nice. Let's put this here. Let's do that. So now we've got 4 places to sit here in the living room. We've got 3 places to sit here, which should be fine. Let's grab a rug. Oh, compact desk spaces. Yeah, that would be a great idea too. I'm going to try it with this. My thought is it should work. I mean, I don't know what it'll look like graphically exactly. Don't know. But my thought is that a sim should go there and sit just like at the bar. That is my thought. So we'll see. It is worth a try, that's for sure. It's definitely worth trying out. It's better than any other idea I've got, that's for sure at the moment. So there you go. Let's find ourselves a rug here, something light, something summery. We do have some new rugs, of course, with the new pack. And we've got something like this, though. This is kind of nice. It's kind of big, but we can shrink it down like that. Kind of has a tan sort of feel and theme. So it does fit, with the overall kind of vibe going in here. And speaking of vibe, I guess we could put some sort of art on the wall. Something that would offend nobody, something that you would find in a Airbnb or a hotel, probably a hotel more than an Airbnb. Airbnbs, you might come across something that is offensive because those are people's, private residences. Usually in a hotel, they're going to try to pick stuff that doesn't have anything offensive in it. Now we've got these. I've used these so much since the new pack came out, but they are pretty cool. And one thing I could do is maybe here, here, and here. And then either do a different scene on each one or just do that on each one of them. I don't know. Let me take a look at this. Maybe something like that's not too bad. I kind of like those. I've used them a lot. I'm afraid I'm almost using them too much, of course, but that's okay. No big deal. One thing I also want to do is I want to put some lighting in. Let's start getting with the lighting that we're actually going to use for this place. Now, one thing I like to do is take off the designator. We're going to look at all of our lighting choices. We're going to turn off the sun. I'm going to take out these puck lights. And there's a brand new light. Well, it's not brand new. It's been out for a little bit, but A new light fixture, let's see here. Relatively new. Hold on. I need to be in the right area. Here we go. I like to use it to kind of outline the TV, this stuff from the high school pack. I like to kind of backlight the television with it. Give it kind of a modern, sort of futuristic sort of feel. Kind of lights up that area, gives us a good view there. And then in this side, I think we can probably get away with just art light. We're going to shrink it down a little bit and then just kind of blend it in with the piece of art itself. So hopefully the visual impact of the light there, the fixture is not huge. So we have a little bit of it's lit up enough to do stuff with in this room, but still kept a little bit dimmer, from when you're going to sit there and watch TV and kind of hang out in the evenings. I mean, obviously you're here on vacation to see Tomarang. My thought is you're probably not going to watch a lot of TV. You're not going to be in the house a lot. You're going to go to the night market. You're going to go down to the ocean. You're going to go check out the stuff you came here to see. But, you always have that one person in your family. Well, I always have that one person in my family that is going to be like pissy and throwing a fit, and they didn't really want to come in the first place, and whatever they're bitching about, whatever they're whining about, and they're just going to stay in the room today while the rest of us go have fun. Well, you know what? Stay in the room. That's fine. Stay in the room. Stay there. Does it feel like I've had that conversation before? I have had that conversation before. So there's always that one person. Yes. And they're going to stay behind. They're going to watch TV. And then you're going to get back and they're going to complain about there was nothing on TV. Well, yeah, no kidding. They probably don't have what you're looking for in the middle of the jungle, in the middle of the Pacific on TV. They might, though. It is the 21st century. They might have satellite TV. I don't know. They do even on cruise ships. It's one thing that kind of makes me mad on cruise ships. Is like if there's a big sporting event, and I get that people love football and they love whatever, right? They love all that sort of stuff, and they can't stand to miss the Super Bowl or whatever. Okay, fine. Don't go take a cruise during the Super Bowl. Stay home. Stay home and watch it. Stay home and watch it. I'm not telling you not to watch it. I'm saying stay home and watch it, because what they do is they play it out by the pool. Right on the big sort of screen by the pool. I don't want to be out by the pool watching that nonsense. I really don't care who wins. I know, but I don't. I'm on vacation, and I don't care. If I cared who won, I would have stayed home and watched it. So anyway, where was I going with all that? Nowhere. I was going nowhere with any of that. We are going to put in some lighting here in the kitchen. It's pretty bright. I think that'll work, though. I think that's pretty good. I think we might put some of the new shelves from For Rent in here. Let's look at that real quick. Where is this? I do really, really like these new shelves. I think they are super cool. I don't typically like stuff that is pre-decorated, right? And this is pre-decorated. If that's what you're thinking, well, Jason, it is pre-decorated. It is pre-decorated. And yeah, I don't usually like it, but for some reason, this one really appeals to me. I mean, it just has a look. Maybe I just like the stuff on it. Maybe the thing with me in pre-decorations is I don't normally like the decorations. It's not stuff I would have chosen. But in this case, maybe it looks a little bit more like stuff I would have chose. So I do really like it. And there is a slot on it where we can put something of our own, like up here. And I guess we could try to grab something right now. I don't know that we need to, but we could. Will this fit on there? No. Fits on the cabinet. Fits over here. Maybe on that. We'll see. Let's see here. We go like this. One thing I don't have active is show hidden objects. There we go. Okay, let's pull up our hidden objects as well, because I might throw a collectible or something up there. Like I'm going to take this little bar of soap, which I love. It is super cute. I'm going to put it here on the sink. Like that. Oh, come on. You almost had it. Come on. Come on. There we go. Right there on the sink. Nice little bar of soap. We do have these sort of little plants that could go up there. But we've already got some plants up there, so maybe. Oh, I know what I want to use. In fact, let me go ahead and filter this real quick again by For Rent. Because I think I'll just use one of these things. We've got like this cute. I love the Save the Elephants teapot. It is so adorable. Who doesn't love that? Nobody. Nobody doesn't love it. I love it. We'll turn it like this, I think. It comes in this really cool, look at that orange, I love it. All the colors, though, are really cool here. I'm going to go with orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors. I've mentioned that before. I'll probably mention it again in my life. Orange is one of my favorite colors. And so we're going to put that there. I guess we could, will this fit? Yeah, that'll fit too. So we're going to put one of those up there. I love the little mortise and pestle. That's one of my favorite objects from this pack. It is so cool. And it'll work with so many different builds. I mean, I want to put this in every realm of magic, right? Every realm of magic build, this is where that needs to go. We got this giant basket of fruit that could go somewhere. I don't know where. Not there. Maybe out here in the lobby? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to think about that. I might put one of these out in the lobby somewhere. A little decorative touch. Okay, let's look at our bathroom. I think in order to keep a cohesive theme, I'm going to go ahead and put this paneling in the bathroom as well. And then maybe with the bedrooms, we'll use Pure Expressions in white. I don't have any windows yet for the kids' room or the bathroom. There are some windows that did come with the new pack that I think, which is an interesting kind of thing because like these are kind of modern looking. These actually work, I think, as modern windows, right? I mean, I think so. So let's look at some color choices here. I'm going to turn the sun back on real quick. Let's look at some color choices here. We can always fall back on white. White, of course, will always work. So we could do white across here. Great view of the pool, right? Maybe can look at some of the other colors. I don't think any of them really match our sliding glass doors. I don't think so. Let's just stick with white. White's going to work really great there. It's going to be super neutral. I think that's going to be a good choice for that. Now, right off the bat, looking at the outside of this, I am a little bit kind of, what in the world am I going to clad this building in? I don't know. But we could use maybe this stuff in white for a kind of modern take on things. I don't know about that. But maybe. You know what? I think I'm going to do it just for the moment. Let's go ahead and put it on there. And then if I don't like it, we can always choose something else, right? Can always choose something else. We will, in fact, choose something else if I don't like it. And in order to tie the inside to the outside, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab this dream siding and put it here on this part. Like so. Put it along here. And we'll grab our topper, our stone topper in white. And that at least gets our outside a little bit more completed, a little bit more kind of done. Again, I'm not super in love with this wood paneling out here, but who knows? Maybe I'll fall in love with it. Maybe. Let's see here. Let's put this, let's do a little bit more of it real quick and just see kind of how does it look? Does it look modern enough? This is kind of a modern development, but maybe it's coming at it from a sort of traditional point of view. It's not awful. I don't think it sucks. So at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and leave it with that. That's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and take these windows too, and we'll just put them in for all of the units. Whoops. We'll fix that in a moment. Like so. So we got that. So we've kind of got our windows set up there for the kids' room. Now, there are no windows on this side of this particular building. I don't know. We're going to have a bathroom window for sure over here. So, well, maybe not. Well, yeah, maybe. We are going to have... Oh, there's already a teapot. Do you mean on like that little shelf? I just now noticed that you'd sent that. Is there already a teapot here on this little shelf, you mean? Or just in general? I know there's a teapot in general in game, like a new teapot, right? But still love that one. It doesn't work. It doesn't work as a teapot, but it's super cute. I might go ahead, kind of wrap this a little bit. One thing about Thailand, I think I've mentioned this before if you've seen other streams, is that they use a lot of windows in new builds. I mean, like a lot of windows, a lot of floor-to-ceiling windows, a lot of views to the outside. So I think in order to kind of maintain that, yeah, we'll wrap that around a little bit. Let's take a look here. Oh, yeah, I get it. So yeah, I think we'll do that. And I don't believe there's going to really be a modern window for the bathroom or a modern style window unless I wanted to do these. And I don't want to do those. So we either go with something that's not modern, right? That may be well, no, I don't think that. Maybe something like this would work for a bathroom. I don't think so. So I don't think we're going to be able, we could maybe look at this. This isn't really a window so much as it's an open grid. But as I've already pointed out, this is the tropics. So maybe if we went ahead and did something kind of up high like that to let in some fresh air into the bathroom, maybe. Let's go ahead and go with that for now. And then let's throw in a toilet. Now we could do a squat toilet. It is very much in keeping with the culture, and I applaud the Sims team for it. I don't know about a modern condominium development geared towards a resort, like for tourists. So to my thought, of course, is on that, we should aim more towards just a standard looking Western style toilet. Maybe put it here. Grab the sink. I love the new sink with this pack. It is really one of my favorites. I love the, sort of china, the round china bowl. I don't think it will work in here, but I might put it in here anyway, simply because I do really like it. And if it's not entirely in keeping with a modern theme, I don't know if I really care. I mean, I do. I kind of want it to have a look, but at the same time, I don't care either at the same time. Let me have this real quick. Maybe put this in here with it. That mirror. I was thinking of that one. Yes, the base game modern square window. I used a ton of that in that base game only build I was talking about earlier. This base game and for rent only. I did think about that for this particular build here as well, and I might change my mind and do it. I do want to integrate some of the for rent stuff into it. What can I say? So I'm going to stick with this for now, but I might swap it out. Yeah, I might decide that it's a little odd to have kind of that open air thing there for the bathroom, but then maybe not because, it is a bathroom and you do need some ventilation in the bathroom. But if I put in a shower like that, it covers up the windows anyway, right? Right. So my only choice is going to be just a tub without a shower, as I recall. So there's not any sort of, this is kind of a little bit open, sort of, or something like this, But my thought is maybe just go ahead and just put a tub in here. I do want to put a tub in here because if you have a toddler and you want to wash the toddler, you need a tub. At least the last I knew, you needed a tub. Sometimes things change. They do. Sometimes things change and I'm kind of caught off guard that, that changed. Okay, well, that's cool. That works. So let's go with this. I think this always strikes me as having kind of a resort feel. I don't know why. I guess because it looks nothing like any sort of tub that you typically find just in a residential track house, right? But it does remind me a little bit of something you might see in a spa, like a day spa or something like that. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. And then let's maybe put in another shelf in here, like maybe these shelves. Because it'll kind of tie in maybe then the bar and the bathroom. And then we can put some extra towels and stuff on there, maybe some shampoo. We'll also throw in a towel rack in here and some toilet paper. I have to tell you, I used to never put toilet paper in any of my builds. Really didn't, because the Sims don't use it. And I thought it was kind of pointless, It's kind of like, what is the point of me putting this? I'm going to put 2 towel racks in there because this is a family condo for vacation. They're going to need all those towels. So, but I did kind of think, what is the point? Why am I putting toilet paper in here? Just for decoration? Well, yeah, it's just for decoration. So I did start doing it. I did start finally kind of doing it after a while. We're going to go ahead and put the toilet paper back here behind it. That is a little odd and a little wonky. In reality, it would probably be bolted to the cabinet for the sink in real life. Not necessarily, though. I actually pointed this out recently. I was talking about that. I was in a hotel. It was in New York. It was in New York in August when I took my son to New York. And the toilet paper roll for the toilet, and this isn't a modern corporate hotel, okay? So not a mom and pop hotel, not a one-off type of hotel, a modern corporate hotel. The toilet paper was back here on the wall, and so yeah, I could reach it. Sure, I could reach it, but it was still a little kind of odd that there it was, kind of on the wall like that, just like I placed it right there. So we're going to pretend like that same hotel company owns this hotel, right? And that's just how they did it again. And I'm not real sure why they did it that way. I'm trying to remember. I feel like it could have gone to this side because it was back over here. So I feel like it could have gone on this side and there was enough wall to at least be a little bit of wall. I don't know. I can't remember. I have to look back at some pictures, see if I took some pictures of it. I don't think I did. I think quite unusually, normally I do take a lot of pictures when I travel, and I take a lot of pictures of, the hotels I stay in. Sometimes I do reviews of them. And in this case, you know what? I'm going to tell you what. I was so tired. He and I, we were like going 90 miles a minute when we were in New York, and I was beat. I did not feel like getting back after playing Pokemon Go for like 12 hours, walking all over the city in New York and take pictures of the rooms. I don't think I got any pictures of it. It was a nice place, though. Oh, yes, I'm sure you're right. I probably do need to flip the tub around. I always play test it just to make sure. Does it go like that? Is that the right way? I always play test it when I put it next to the toilet like that because I always get it wrong, right? Always. Do a tub and a D. Will that work? Does that work? Because I was thinking of that, doing a tub, and I was thinking that I tried that before and then sticking one of the wall mount showers in, but the wall mount shower didn't work with the tub. So is it just for looks? Is that kind of what we're thinking, or does it actually work and I'm wrong? Because I was thinking of that, right? Yeah, you could put like a wall mounted shower here. But I feel like I did that before and it just didn't work. I don't know why I think that. But that's what I think, right? That is what I think. Is that I tried it and it didn't work, so I haven't done it again since then. Take that out. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe it did work, or maybe it was great for a look to give kind of that impression. Could be for that. Let's grab real quick here. Maybe just, some sort of, where is it? It's going to be like right here. There it is. Let's put that on there too. This is a really nice resort, so it comes with like a lot of toiletries for you to try, right? Like hand lotion and sunscreen, and it includes shampoo and conditioner and all sorts of stuff like that. So when you stay here, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, right? It's all supplied for you. We'll go with gold. And that looks pretty good. I don't want it to be too messy or too cluttered. I think it looks pretty good. I will play test this, make sure a sim will sit there with that shelf in the way too. I do think they will. I think they will. But a lot of times, as soon as can walk over it and it makes the bathroom more of a wet room. Well, I'll try it. I will give it a shot. Oh, do it opposite the toilet or the sink. Oh, okay. I get it. I see what you mean. I might try that. I might. I do know what you mean now. You mean like put it here on this wall. And then, yes, they will use it in that case. Because I've done like a little square bathroom, like a 2x2 bathroom, where I have put it across from the toilet. If I'm doing something that's really, like if I decide to do a Tokyo capsule hotel or something, then I might do something like that. I must have been doing a tiny house with that. I don't know. Let's throw in mom and dad's room here. We're going to go ahead and give them hold on just a second. This is going to be an unusual thing. My son's calling me. Let me check on him real quick. Hey, son. What's up? Can I come? Can what? No, I can't. Daddy Clark has a car. Have you tried texting him? Okay, because I think he'll come and get you and take you to Walmart with him. Do you want to do that? Are you sure? Oh, come on. All right. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit, son. Bye. That was my son. Seeing if I could come and get him at school because I'm off work today. And normally I can, but I don't have the car today, so I can't. But I told him to call his other dad, who does have the car. But his other dad, if he picks him up, probably want to take him with him to run errands, like go to the grocery store and stuff. And so, yeah, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to come home and play video games naturally. And so he said he'd just walk. And he normally does walk home from school. He can also take the bus if he wants, because we live far enough away that he can ride the bus in our school system. But he does like walking, and he walks with his friends and stuff. So he does like walking. But sometimes when I'm off, I'll run and get him. Let's go with that. And then we're going to put in, let's see here, put in a end table here. Which one to use? I think maybe this. I haven't used this very much, but I do like it. Oh, and it's got such a diminutive form that it really does fit with this space. Let's see here. Let's put that there. And then I want to look here at our options for wardrobes. I would like to put in something that they can use that will, act as a substitute closet. We always have this, of course, right? It's a little fancy. It's a little fancy for this build, but we do have it. We have something like this. I have not used this yet, but it's very cool. It's very modern. Is it too modern? Let me take a look here. Well, it is very modern is what it is, because it's definitely in the vein of like Art Deco. So I think not. We're going to take that out. We do have these. These are always a great fallback. I do love this. It is modern. It is closer in wood tone to what we've got going here. So let's go with that. They should, again, as I recall, I still play test it, but they should be able to get into bed without any trouble here, and also access it for clothing. I was thinking about putting but I don't think I'm going to. I was thinking about putting a clock on top of that. I don't think I will. What I'm going to do is put this, which is, again, a newer kind of add-on to the game. I love it. I love that little set of keys and a cell phone, because if that doesn't scream today's world, that doesn't scream 21st century, nothing literally does. Let's see here. We'll go in blue. And we could put like some sort of art up there. Something like that, maybe. That's kind of cool. And I think this comes in blue. Does it come in? It does come in blue. Let's do both in blue. And we've got some blue out in the kitchen as well. And then over here on this table, I think we'll just put in some sort of plant or something. Oh, you're right. As long as you have a mirror, you really don't need a dresser. That is true. What's it called? It's a half-tile decorative cabinet from Get to Work. I'll have to look that one up. It's not popping right into my head from Get to Work. I'll look it up. I'll look it up, though. In the end, I do think that this will work. But you're right. Actually, all they need is a dresser. They do only need a dresser. I mean, a dresser. They only need a mirror, and they've got a mirror in the bathroom. You're right about that. Now, let's see. Let's put this on our end table. And we'll throw a color on it here. I'm going to go ahead and tile in this area out here. We could put some sort of rug in here, of course, and if we can find something. I have a real tough time with rugs in game somehow, and we've got a bunch of them. I know we do, but somehow I need about 10,000 more rugs if anybody's listening. I really could use a lot more rugs. They need to come out with like the Home Goods expansion pack, and it's just a giant sort of like big box store that is just crammed full of like all sorts of furniture and stuff. Furniture, rugs, knickknacks, Christmas decorations, like everything. Let's see here. Oh, we've got this. This is not too bad. This is from the new pack. We could do it in a blue, maybe. I don't know about that. Let's try a few different colors here. I do like the shape, and I do like the size. How about in yellow? Yellow's not bad. The green's nice. Let's go with the green. We're going with the green there. Now, here in the kids' room, we need 2 beds. And we need, that's about it. Maybe a toy box or something like that. I'm going to grab both a full-size bed and a toddler's bed. Let's see, we've got maybe just this for the toddler's bed, because I know we do have a matching one, right, for the kids and the teenager. What I would love, it'd be so cool, is if you could take, say, something like this from the wolf bunk bed. I wonder if I could. You could take the wolf bunk bed and then you could slide like the little toddler bunk bed from the wolf pack. How big is it? Would that slide underneath there? Where was, look at this. Just look at toddlers here. Let me grab Yarny real quick while we're here. It's my favorite toy in all of the Sims is Yarny. Absolutely adore it. So let me grab Yarny there. I also need to grab a Tomarang toddler potty. Let's grab one of those. Let's give him some books too. Now let's see here. I wonder what I was thinking of. Was it this? No, it's this. Here it is, right here. Okay, so it won't really fit underneath there, right? Right. It won't. It's got a little peak. That's gonna be hard to sleep on. That's gonna be rough on the kid's back above him. But I wonder if I could just use a regular toddler bed with the bunk bed. Let me see here. Because I can't remember if we can or not. Mostly when I use bunk beds, it's for kids, like full-size kids. And I do it a lot with the desk to save room. Not so much with a toddler bed, but I do think a toddler bed is an option. Let's look at this pack here. Put that there, take that out. Bunk beds also are very common in rentals, right? In rentals, like rental condos, resort condos. You do see a lot of bunk beds for kids' rooms. So, where's all my toddler bed options? Are they all up here? They're all up here. We do have, is that a toddler bed? That's not a toddler bed. Do we have anything? I don't think we have anything from Dream Home Decorator that's like a toddler bed, but this might work. Oh, and it did slot into place. Okay, so it did slot into place. Happy day. Happy day. Now, what would make me even happier is if his toilet would slot in there too, right? That's can that slide right in there. Let's see if he'll use his potty here in a minute. But that works out really great. If to have that there, then they've got some room kind of to play, and we'll go ahead and the toddler bed clips through. Well, it's not too bad. It looks so. Oh, you mean before? Yes, on the first thing I tried. Yeah, it did clip through like really bad. In fact, really, really bad. Yeah, I love the fact that we finally got, bunk beds, or as you called it, like a loft bed where you can put stuff underneath it. Super cool. Super cool. It was long overdue. I think a lot of us had wished for it and hoped for it for a really long time. Let's see here. I guess we could just put a toy box over here. What kind of toy boxes do we have? A lot of times I do use this one here with the train on it, mostly because when my son was little, he loved trains. Well, he still likes trains. He actually still likes trains a lot. We're going to take a trip on a train actually out to Los Angeles in May. But when he was little, he liked Thomas, the train, Thomas, the tank engine. So a little bit different, a little less sophisticated than he likes today. He likes real trains today. I think that's kind of good enough. I mean, on one hand, I'm looking at this thinking, oh, maybe we could put in this, maybe we could put in that. And yeah, maybe we could. But I also feel like with a vacation rental, you're probably not going to want a lot of stuff in it because you want your kids to be hanging out with the family for the vacation, you know, kind of doing family stuff, not in their room. Because I thought about putting a computer in there and a desk. And then I thought, yeah, I could kind of see me as a parent with my son being like, son, get off that. We came to do something cool. We're here to see Tomarang. Let's go find some ghosts. Let's go to the night market. Let's go do whatever. And kind of getting a little pissy about it because, you know, we flew halfway around the world to the tropics. And, you know, here he is on a computer playing video games, talking on Discord. So I think I'm going to just leave a toy box there. Don't we have some games now or something? I might do those. They were with the Growing Together pack, right? I think. I don't see them. Maybe under activities. I'm going to grab one of these. I like to put these in a lot of different areas. I love that little fairy house look. So cool. And again, when my son was little, we had a fairy that lived in the backyard. So, you know, brings back fond memories for me. So let's see here. Let me scan through this stuff real quick here. There we go. Puzzles and games. Let's go ahead and I guess I'll put in some sort of table or something in here and put them on top of that. Right? And I feel like, we can actually put those together, right? Do something like that. Let me look here in activities and skills. Symbols box, puzzle box, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put those actual games as well. I think out here. I don't know. I wonder, does it have to go on a dining room table or probably the card table? Let me set it here real quick. I don't want to have to put a whole card table out. I guess I could. Well, I guess I could. Yeah, because I bet it has to go on this, doesn't it? So maybe if we put this out here on the patio. Let me see here. What in the world have I done? Are they not going to... Hold on. No, excuse me. Thomas the Tank Engine, yeah, I don't know who did it. I really don't. But whatever, you know, about, say, 10 years ago now, whoever was doing it, my son just adored Thomas the Tank Engine, absolutely adored it. And I guess maybe these are from show Hidden Objects. And maybe when you click on this table, you get the option to do it. I can't remember. Something like that. So I'm going to take this table and I'm going to leave it out here. And we're going to put these chairs around it for now. I don't know that there's really enough room out here for this table. So I might do this. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Thomas the Tank Engine, though, I thought he was the sweetest. You know, I hadn't really seen the show much before I had my son, but I really did think he was just the sweetest, kindest sort of show, right? It was just really good-hearted, and they would have a day out with Thomas. They called it a day out with Thomas here in my local city, in Oklahoma City, where Thomas the Tank Engine, an actual train engine mocked up to look like Thomas, would come down the train tracks, and you could buy a ticket and you could get on the train, right? So Thomas would take you for a ride along the train tracks, and afterwards there was like, Sir Topham Hatt was there. And I can't remember who all was there or what all there even was to do. But it basically, the big thing was you got to go see Thomas, right? You got to go see him in all of his glory. And so my son was always so excited by that. And I was too. I had a great time taking him. Some of my fondest memories are, of course, of stuff like that. You know, it's of the stuff that he and I did together. And when he was little and innocent and sweet. When he was little and innocent and sweet, but also as he's older. Sure, also as he's older. Because we do a lot of cool stuff now, too. But he was so excited to see Thomas rolling down the tracks to pick him up. Let me see here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is the games are attached to the actual table. I didn't use them very much. I don't know why. Maybe I tried them out and I don't know. I hate to say maybe I was bored with them. Maybe I was bored with them. But I'm going to put them in here for people to do on vacation. That's for sure. Let's throw one of these in here too. Will this sit on there? It won't, will it? It'll kind of go underneath. Let's pull it out here. Hopefully they can play with it a little bit. And then we'll go here to some plants. Let's grab some sort of plant or something. And we'll put it here on the window. Something like this. This will be really cute. Maybe like this llama. Now, the only bad thing about it is, this is me thinking as a parent. Isn't that cactus? Isn't that what it's supposed to be? Cactus and llama, the perfect pair. That's not really the perfect pair for a kid's room. Like, I would never put a cactus in my kid's room. Ever. I don't know. I don't think I better put it in here. Oh, how about these? These are so cute. Let me grab these. We got these cute little, yes, let's do those. Those are so cute. Those aren't cactus. Are those cactus too? Okay, is everything cute, like just full of cactus? What is this stuff? Is it cactus? It says succulents. Aren't succulents cactus? Am I right about that? It looks like a cactus. That kind of looks like aloe. But that looks like a cactus. I don't know. I'm going to leave it. I guess I'll only touch it once. I guess, right? Because it is cute. It's such a cute little, bucket there. Love it. Okay, so we're going to go with that. And let's put a rug here in this room for them. It's knitted. Oh, it's knitted. Okay. So it's not supposed to be real cactus. It's the entire, I knew like the llama part was knitted. I thought it was just a knitted sort of like cover for the pot, for the planter. So the cactus inside is also knitted. Is that kind of the deal? If that's the case, then it would work. It was cute. I do like these though. They've got such a cute little smile on them, so I'm going to stick with them. But I hadn't really looked over the llama cactus thing close enough to notice it was knitted. So if it's knitted, okay. Now let's find them a rug for in here to play on. Maybe these. I love these rugs. Got kind of the Sims version of Pokemon on it. Might have to make it a little bit smaller even still. Come on. There we go. Not too bad. So it gives them a little place here to play kind of by the bed. I wonder, does this come in a white? Not really. I think we can leave it as yellow. It looks okay. The toddler bed might come in something closer, maybe. I'm going to leave it alone. It looks good enough. Now, we've got some books here. We've got a toy box. I don't think they can reach those books over the toy box. So let's move the books over here. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do some decorative stuff here on the wall for kids. Some of my favorite, things is just to grab some of these stickers. Oh, or we could use this. I also like this a lot. Let's put that there. Kind of, have a little bit about conservation. And then we'll go ahead and we'll grab, this is my favorite, love that. The balloons floating away. That's what books do. They carry you away to someplace else, right? So we'll throw those on there. I love these rabbits as well. I don't know about them jumping across that poster though. Maybe just the tree. Did I miss? I might have missed the tree. No, there it is. So let's put the tree in here. Like so. Like that. Where are my little rabbits here again? There they are. Maybe we could get these stationary bunnies here on each side. And that gives the kids' room something. Dresses it up a little bit. We'll take this light out. Zoom in. Yes. It does need a tie, Bert. I guess I think I've got show hidden objects on. So let me find that real quick. Tie Bert's one of my favorite things in the new pack. Let's see here. There he is. Look how cute that is. I love it. I do. I would do it. I would give money so I could have one of those. Will he fit on here with Yarny? Oh, he's too big to fit on the shelf. That's okay then. Let's put him over here, kind of by the tree, kind of by the reading tree, right? And by his poster. He is so cute. That is really one of the cutest things from this pack. I know it's simple, but a lot of times it is the simple stuff that is the best. And that is one of the great sort of additions to this pack. I had kind of forgotten about it, so I'm glad you brought it up because definitely he belongs in there. Let's go back over here real quick. What also I need to do is probably put some art here in the parents' room, at least something that's going to be somewhat decorative. And I think what we could do is just grab this, right? Kind of put it on the wall. Simple, pretty easy. Doesn't take a lot of thought, right? It's just real quick up there, done. Let's see what other kind of variations. We got this. That looks really cool. I also like that one. Oh, that looks cool. Do, do, do. I think I'll go with that. With the elephant and the lady. I would love to maybe do this wall in an accent color, but not real sure exactly what I would do there. We can take a look real quick and just kind of think about it. Now I could use this in here as well as an accent color on that wall. Just on that wall, like kind of like that, you know, so that it's just kind of that one wall to kind of draw your eye to. Let's go with that for now. Let's go with that for now. I might change my mind. We'll see. One thing I'm thinking about is to go ahead and do it down here too. Just frame both ends of the room. Yeah, let's do that as well. So we've got kind of our condo outlined here, right? A nice little sort of resort style vacation condominium. Small kitchen, small living, couple small bedrooms. Oh yeah, the elephant blue maybe. That's what I think too. I think the elephant blue, yeah, because the bed has yellow, the floor has orange, and the rug has green. There's a lot of colors going on here, that's for sure. But I kind of like that. I think if you put a whole bunch of colors in a place, it kind of makes everything come together, and it looks more realistic. If I see a lot of monotone builds sometimes, which look really good, right? They look really good. But they also look a little bit like a magazine. You know, they look a little bit like something that was kind of, or like a model home, you know, a model home at a housing edition, something like that. Now let's go ahead and we're going to put in our pony wall out here. Do, do, do. I don't know that I love this as much as I thought I was going to outside. It looked fine on that front side. But back here, with more, maybe because there's more of it, maybe I don't love it. You know what? And I might not even do a pony wall there. We could do some sort of fencing, just something like that. Modern, lit up, clear, doesn't obstruct the view. The thing we're really going to have some issues with, or I'm going to have some issues with, is trying to landscape this. Well, maybe not. It's letting me kind of take this out here. Do, 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 do. And since it's letting me do that, one thing we can do is, oh, blue in the sculpture. Yeah, I have blue in the sculpture too. But that's okay. I think the elephant in blue looks good on that picture, on that painting. Let's see here. It's not letting me take out any more of the hill than that. So what I want to try off the bat is to give the impression, of course, that that kind of greenery is climbing up the hill, right? It's climbing up the hill. It's going to be kind of tough here. I hope I can get this done. Let's see. We're going to kind of I just want to scoot you in there, buddy. That's it. Let's see here. Let's try this. Make it a little bit smaller. And then this could This could really prove to be a headache. I mean, I can always change the foundation to a solid foundation and then just stick potted plants up here, which I might do. Let's see. Okay, so we could pull this out a little bit more. And then we'll take out this and see where our hill kind of rebounds like that, right? So we have a little bit of greenery here coming off the hill. Let's see. We're going to attempt to layer this a little bit. And we'll see how it turns out. It may not work that great. I mean, it works like out in the open, not up against the foundation like this. Come on. Let's try that. Let's just see how it's looking so far. I do not want to do the whole side of this thing. I mean, see, it's not too bad. Let me take this down. And then what if we had like a fern in here? Okay. So something kind of like that where it looks like it's kind of growing up the hill, but I don't know. I mean, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, I could flatten the terrain, yeah, it's an option. It's an option to fall back on. I kind of want to give the impression of kind of some hills and being built up on kind of these built up areas because yeah, I could do the whole build without any actual terrain usage, right? And a lot of times I do because sometimes with stuff like this, we get into that sort of situation where it's just using the terrain tools is really more hassle than it's worth. And see, I'm not going to be able to paint any of this. It's all going to have that brown color instead of the sort of darker muddy mud, which is what I want to use. I'm going to be stuck with this, whatever it is, this dirt, right? So, So I don't know. Let's look at some more bushes real quick and see what do we have. We have stuff like that. Hawaiian grass. Do. So I'm not loving the look of that, at least in this area at all. So my thought is we go ahead, we go in here, we change it to a foundation, a different foundation, right? Just see how we go with that, see how we work with that. And then maybe we can do some landscaping in this part. But of course, you know, by putting on that foundation, Emma, you got a point. We could just flatten out the ground underneath it, right? We could just flatten that out maybe and do landscaping back underneath. Because is it going to, you know, Okay, let's take a look here. Let's grab, if we grab this dark dirt, like so, and then let's go here to our terrain tools. Move all that back a little bit, right? Because we don't even need to move it all the way back. We just need to move it back enough that I can go ahead and just stick some landscaping in there. It's not going to let me put any. It's not going to let me put any, flooring underneath it. I thought I'd try. I didn't think it would work. But we should be able to use our terrain paint under there. Yeah, so we can use our terrain paint under there. So when we plant stuff, it's going to look like it's planted in dirt. And this won't be exactly kind of what I was thinking, but I think it will be, I think it'll be close enough. Maybe, hopefully it'll be close enough. See if we can get this underneath there. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to have problems with this all the way around. I've not tried doing, I might be able to do it with the tool mod. I've not tried doing landscaping under a foundation like this, which is what I want to do. So yeah, maybe with a tool mod I could get stuff underneath there. Because otherwise I don't think it's going to really, it's not going to have the effect I want, which is I kind of wanted to have this feeling of you could see the stuff growing back here underneath it, right? So, let's see here. I think it might be a bit of a lost cause, at least kind of the image I have in my head. I mean, we can do something with it. We can go ahead and put that back. And then we'll go ahead and we'll just put a foundation in and call it good, right? Because I can always put foundation like that in. We can line it with potted plants. And then maybe over here we'll be able to do something more. I don't know. Like I said, the thought in my head is to have all underneath here covered with plants. Have I ever done that before? No, I haven't. I just thought in this particular case that I would, right? I just thought that I would do it. I'll go ahead and do it. But I think with it being a foundation, it's not going to let me do it unless I use a tool mod. And I think in that case, I'll be able to. The tool mod I have right now, though, is not currently up to date. So I'm going to have to wait on testing that out. Oh, yeah, it's not installed right now. Yeah, that's exactly right. I think I have it installed, but I don't have it updated. And I haven't looked to see if if the current update really affected it much. I really don't know if it did or not. But I know that I don't have it updated, so it's not. None of my mods are turned on currently. Do 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 do. I'm going to try to flatten this out a little bit here, just so I can put. I don't think I can do it though. It's not going to let me. I don't think. No, it won't. So I'm going to go ahead and take out this line of tile. And flatten down that part of the terrain there. And then across here, we can easily put in some lovely landscaping, some lovely tropical landscaping, hopefully without too much trouble, because we're not going to try to put it underneath the building. I don't think I can put it here either. Whoops. So we'll grab this along here. Maybe not. Let's see here. Let's keep it easy. Let's grab some plants. That went a little bit under there. We'll call that a success. That's our success story right there. We got it back that far, right? We got it back that far. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to leave it like that. And then maybe when I get tool updated, I'll just slide that back a little bit and fill in under there with this grass. This Hawaiian light grass. Oh, shoot. I don't want to do that. I was kind of thinking about taking this tile out. But I don't. Yeah, it's going to erase that whole section, and I don't want to do that. So all I could really do would be to cover it up with greenery. Because my thought is that having the greenery right up against the pool like that maybe is not such a bad idea. Maybe it kind of looks kind of good. At least for now. I'm going to call it a good for now type of thing. And maybe I could do more of a natural sort of swimming hole there. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's not too bad. I kind of like that. We might change the tone of the water a little bit. Maybe we'll change the tone of the tile underneath to something like a darker green. Do we have a really dark green? We shall see here. So we've got something like this maybe. I don't know that it'll make a huge difference, but let's see. It does a little bit. Oh, got something like that, right? So it looks a little bit greener. And then let's change out our tile to something that's kind of a dark green. I don't see much that we can really use. Now, one thing I could do is just put this down here. Wonder how that would look. No, not really. It still looks pretty blue. And I do want it to look blue, but I want it to look blue with green on the inside. So it's like I do want to be able to see green. I want to be able to see the green. But I don't want the water to look dirty and mucky. You know, I do want the water to look clean. I'm going to leave it like that for now, but I might change it. Like I said, I want a kind of natural feel, but I don't want it to be so natural that it looks dirty. Right. Yeah, the blue-green water. I know we do have some options like that, with the freshest of fresh green water, right? And let me take off green. We've got like this sort of stuff, right? Kind of brackish. We got that, not pond scum, pond water, hot spring. Which one was it? The Jungle Adventure. Yeah, the Jungle Adventure. So like this stuff, brackish or hot spring. Brackish does have a little bit of a look, but again, I'm almost afraid it looks kind of like dirtier than an American is ever going to want to use, right? So let's, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to still think about it. Try to come up with kind of where I'm going with that. Did I might change out this stairwell as well. But I do kind of like this grass filling in around here. So that is definitely a positive. And I think what I might do here is let's try smoothing things out a little bit.
Hey, Dad, we're back.
Oh, hello, son. Did you walk?
No.
You didn't? Got a ride? Okay. How was school? I'm trying to smooth this out a little bit here. Kind of like that. Give it a little bit more of a hill-like appearance. Instead of a square, instead of a platform. Like that side, see how this kind of square looking? And then I think I can go through with either like this green grass, or I can go through with the mud, kind of cover all this in something more natural, right? I'm going to take out these sort of stones and stuff, and that will get us where we want to be to some extent. Let me look here and see if I can find terrain paint, grass. Is it this stuff? No. That. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go with this rich, sort of tropical looking green here on our hill. Oh, that part under there I can't quite reach. This I'm going to smooth out a little bit more so that it is reachable. Like right along here. Because right now, like I can't reach this brown part. But I'm going to smooth that hill down a little bit more. Give ourselves a little bit more of a natural appearance. Put this here. And put that there for now. It's kind of riding up high. Let me see this real quick. Hold on. Now this is someplace where this will work. We'll go ahead and we'll put this in here like this. And then we're going to take this out. And then hopefully, you know, the hill rises up around it, but it doesn't lift it up in the air. Because, you know, a second ago it was kind of floating in the air a little bit. When we do that, the hill kind of forms around it. Instead of lifting it up, it forms around it. And that's what I was trying to do over there by the building, was something more like that where, let's see here, we would go in and flatten out the space, right? And then we'll go ahead and we will grab our Hawaiian-like grass here. We're going to lift it up a little bit like so. Grab it over here. Grab it over here. And then we will take out, it could be kind of hard sometimes to see here, but we're going to take out the flooring under there. Where is it? See if I can find some place to grab onto it. I might not be able to. Come on. Hold on a second. There we go. And we'll bring it over here like so. And then you can see kind of looks like the grass is kind of climbing up the hill and growing out of the hill and then growing back underneath our bridge, right? A little bit of tinkering and that can get a really, you know, really realistic looking. I might want to work on this part here a little bit, but I might stick some flowering bushes and stuff in there too. But, you know, we can kind of achieve that look of it going up the hillside by flattening it out with some floor tiles, putting our landscaping down, taking the floor tiles out, and then having that hill or that terrain reform around those objects. Now over here, I really need a great tropical plant. Maybe this will do though. Kind of want to put it in here. Come on. There you go. I want you down in the hole there. Okay, let's see here. I don't know if I can do this over here. Maybe. Because I want this to rest down there. Like it's growing out from underneath. And then let's see if we can grab. Oh, not that. Let's see if we can grab our tile down there. And shoot. Whoops. This is actually a lot of the sort of stuff I do when I'm not online, when I'm not live streaming. I will be kind of doing stuff like this because I know it's kind of tedious to watch, right? It's kind of tedious to kind of zoom in and trying to grab that piece of flooring and blah blah blah. But I think it worked. I think it's all out. Right? I think we grabbed it just then. Okay, I think so. So we got a little bit more natural of a look there. I think I'll throw a palm tree in. Do. Got that, or got a really big palm tree right there. That's not too bad. Could do that. We also have some Solani. These, I think, actually match what's in game, right? Yeah, these match what is in Tomarang. So I'm going to go ahead and use them. These are the Solani palm trees. And we'll put one right there. So not too bad. Now, my idea, of course, is that we're going to try to put some sort of cabanas here on this platform, right? So we need a little bit of a walkway and then enough room to accomplish that, which we can bring it out like this and create, span of 4. This is going to be just to kind of mark them off. I don't really know exactly how I want to do them, but my thought is like 4 by 3. Do. So we've got, I'm going to kind of outline them with curtains, I think, too. We're not going to do like a solid wall. I might use some of this, from some of the slate to kind of help outline it. But the idea, of course, will be that you'll have these sort of enclosures that are semi-private, so you can hang out in during the day, and we'll put a roof over them. Maybe something kind of like that. And that kind of gets us to a place where we can kind of see where we're headed, right? So we've got a pretty good outline here of where we're going to have our resort, what the kind of look we're going for, our definite, our condos are outlined. We've got a lobby area, kind of outdoors, right? But I think it really fits the tropics. It's going to be totally cool. And we're just going to need to do a lot more landscaping to kind of dress this place up. But for a 20 by 30 lot, I think we're going to have a lot on here. And whether you use it as a resort hotel or a condominium, like an apartment condominium, I think either way it's going to be pretty good. And I think at this point, something like fence. Yeah, maybe. Yes, that's what I'm thinking with those as well. We've got one reason why I would use this to some extent, the slate here, is because we've already used it. And with being a resort, I do want to use it to kind of tie in, keep the resort tied together. But we could use that type of fencing, the fencing you're talking about, either between these units, on the outside walls with maybe this slate, here at the front and the back, or we could use that fencing, on the back, right? With the slate maybe in between. So we'll see. We'll see how that kind of goes. But we will see that next time. I've got to get downstairs, check on my son, see how his day was. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify. There will be more of this build. We will finish this build. I don't know. I do have to go to work. I do have to go to work tomorrow and work all week. But my hope is that I can keep my hands off this long enough to actually pretty much complete it on stream instead of at work. But I might go through and do things like just outline the apartments, but not decorate them, since we have a general outline, and do busy work like that doesn't really need to be done on stream because it has already been done. It's already been concluded. I also need to figure this out. That particular siding, why is it not grabbing it? I don't know. Here we go. I do still feel like that will work. Maybe I just need to go with a darker version of it. Something like that. Because I'm thinking about using it here too. To give some contrast. So we'll see. Okay, I got to stop someday. I do have to stop at some point. But thank you for joining me today. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And as always, thank you, Emma. I hope you have a really great evening as well. As always, of course, thanks for watching.